Here's a question for you. What do you do when you deal with difficult people? Think about that in general. But what if you are a family caregiver and that difficult person is your loved one? We're going to talk about that on our next episode of Chattin It Up with CJ. Caring for a difficult person is difficult. Caring for a person just in general is difficult. But what happens if that loved one of yours is a family member and you are the family caregiver? Your challenges are through the roof. What are you going to do about it? We're going to be discussing 5 points that might help you out just a little bit. I have some personal experience with that because I didn't get along with my mom for the most part of my life. We would always be butting heads. Come to turn out, we're very much alike. So you get two people that have a similar personality and it just doesn't work out, right? I dealt with it by avoiding my mom most of the time, most of my life, keeping myself busy and saying, I'll be around you for as long as I can. But if it got tense, I would just say, talk to you later. I wouldn't provoke anything, wouldn't fight, tried not to fight. But she knew exactly how to push my buttons because she knew all my buttons. Hey, just because somebody has dementia or has cognitive impairment or whatever the case may be, they are still their own personality. The thing is with dementia or any type of cognitive illness, it's going to be dealing with different parts of the brain. And when you deal with different parts of the brain, you got to know how to handle it. Now, the problem is that most family caregivers are flying by the seat of their pants and don't understand exactly what they're dealing with. So while they're trying to figure it out, they're being hit with a bunch of things of frustration and your loved one knowing how to get to you and get under your skin. And you're just trying to keep your head above water, but you constantly feel like that wave coming around is pushing you down. It's hard. But sometimes it's not a picture perfect situation. When you're caregiving and you are left with that task, for whatever reason, you decide to take care of your loved one, it will not be easy. Even the easiest cases are hard. There's a lot of mental things that go into it, and there's a lot of physical things that go into it. What do you do when that person is difficult? Well, first of all, you need to change your expectations. That's right. You have to change. Because let's face it, when we're talking about elderly people just generally getting old, they're going to be met with some challenges that are not favorable to begin with. They're already in a grumpy old mood because, well, they can't do everything the way they used to. Most of the time, they hate asking for help. So you need to go into everything with your expectations pretty much lowered so that it doesn't come as a shock. It doesn't come as a surprise. And you'll be able to deal with it a lot better. I had to learn that the hard way. My first year taking care of my mom, I fought it. I didn't want to be her caregiver. I'll flat out say it. I was resistant to the entire idea. And while I was fighting it, I was getting more and more resentment, more and more anger, frustration, you name it. I did not want to be the person to take care of her. I couldn't even spend 10 minutes in the room with her. How am I going to do this? Well, I'll tell you, I did. I did do it. And I had to, which is step number 2, not only change my expectations, but I had to build empathy. I am a very empathetic person. I have compassion for people. I may not outwardly show it because I'm a clown, if you will. I will joke around about everything. I love to laugh. But I had to find empathy when it came to my mom, the person that I didn't get along with all the time. I had to find it in myself to focus on what they may be going through, what it's like for them. They're aware that something is changing. They just don't know what. My mom used to tell me all the time, I'm sorry, my mind hasn't been, I feel cuckoo. And she'd be saying things like, I forget easily. I'm sorry if I repeat myself. And you know what? Deep down inside, I was like, as irritated as I was, it was like, it's not her fault. Do you think she wants to be this way? You think she wants to be stuck in bed? Do you think that she wants to have this attitude where she's constantly in bickering? No. It became a way of life. It became a way of survival, a way of coping. But now I have to be there for her to help her. And she has to allow me to help her. And I have to take empathy on what she may be going through. Because when all is said and done, my life goes on. Hers comes to an end. That was a hard pill to swallow. Step number 3, aside from changing your expectations and building empathy for the loved one, is avoid triggers. Look at my mom's mild cognitive impairment is what I call it, because she was never formally diagnosed, but she was diagnosed with dementia. Her brain was changing. Her ability to do things were changing. I knew what I was doing. Obviously, I was the certified caregiver through IHSS for my mom. And I knew what the triggers were. She knew what the triggers were too, but I had to give her some empathy for what she was saying to me or what she may have been doing. I was the one that had the ability to sidestep and avoid triggers. Things to make our life together. Because let's face it, we were in this thing together. I was the one that had to avoid pushing the buttons. And if I saw a button was being pushed, I had to create empathy so I didn't react to it the way I wanted to or the way I normally would do it. There's not only a lot of pressure on a caregiver to perform and to do the right thing for their loved one, but there's also the psychological aspect that you have to change yourself for the sake of another person. It makes it harder when it's a difficult person. There's a challenge in that. Step number 4, allow them to be themselves, meaning don't baby them. Yeah, your parent, if you're taking care of a parent or an adult, or let them do their own stuff if they're able. Give them a sense of belonging. Give them a sense of purpose. If we become too controlling and help them that way, that can actually work against us. Allow them to have their own ability to do and be their own person. Let them select their outfits. Let them dress themselves. Again, if they are able. You want them to be as independent as they can be, to let them feel normal. We basically know that things are changing, and so do they. We don't want to baby them, do everything for them, because they're going to basically be impossible to deal with because they'll resist you every time. I can do it. I can do it. Let me alone. They're going to push back. A lot of times I had to speak in a way that it would be my mom's idea. I'd say something like, so-and-so is coming to the house to help me. Yeah, the truth of the matter is, so-and-so, my backup caregiver, was coming to help me with her. But if I were to say, hey, I've got somebody here that's going to do this for you and do that for you, she's going to say, no, I can do it. I could do it. She's going to resist it. But if I presented it in a certain way that was beneficial for me, then it would be good for her. That's what I mean. Don't make the situation more high anxiety and stress-filled and making them feel small, lacking purpose. Keep that in mind. And the last thing is choose your battles. Not everything needs to be an argument. Nothing needs to be something irrational. You don't need to go around the mountain that you've been going through, that you've been going around for how long already. Sometimes you just need to let things lie. Don't try to correct them at every step. Yeah, if you know something was wrong and they didn't do what they were supposed to do, let it go. If it's not going to hurt anybody, let it go. I had to learn that. I was a person that was like, no, this is the way it should be. let's do it this way. No, we need to do it this way. We need to do it that way. No, I think this way's better. It'll be easier. You know what? I had to learn, if it's not going to bother anyone, whether she does it, I do it, just let it happen. Choose your battles. And let me also throw this in as an added extra. When you start off a sentence with no, well, obviously that's a negative. Try to rearrange your wording so it's a little bit more on the positive side. Things will go a lot smoother. Take it from me. I struggled, but a lot of the struggles because of the way I approached matters. Take that to the bank. You can get through this. I'm rooting for you. In the meantime, remember, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that little bell and that little thumbs up. It always helps me out. In the meantime, I will see you in the next video. Remember, be blessed and always be good to yourself. Hey, thanks for watching. And please remember to hit the subscribe button. We are trying to grow our channel and reach 1,000 subscribers. Now, for every new subscriber, these two nutheads right here, they're going to get a treat, so we will all be happy. Thanks for watching.